the fog.
Yes.
Wow.
February fog. Come on.
There's a lot of stuff going on this morning that we need to be aware of, and then later on today, and then this weekend. Well, let's get into it here.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about. This morning we're talking about the good possibility that you're going to run into some patchy, dense fog wherever you are this morning. And with that fog, because the temperatures are so cold, it could be freezing fog, and you could find some slick spots out there this morning. Just be aware of that and give yourself extra stopping distance just in case. Now, later on today, we're going to see a rain-snow mix coming into the area. It'll change over to rain, but then it's still going to be a mix when it first arrives. But that's going to be pretty much after rush hour, and then very cold this weekend. So we got a lot to talk about here today. Here's the fog again. Visibility map is showing a lot of zeros, which means visibility less than a mile. We see visibility down to about a mile in Columbus, 1 mile in London, 4 miles in Circleville, about a mile also as we look down towards the area around Athens. Temperatures this morning well below freezing, 17 here in the city. It's 5 degrees at Lancaster, it's 9 degrees at Mount Vernon, also at London, 6 degrees at Marysville, 12 degrees at Newark. So again, watch out for the possibility of that fog freezing on contact. High pressure is still in control of our weather for at least one more day. We're watching the system out here to the west as it moves a little bit closer to the Buckeye State. And as a matter of fact, we can see it getting even closer here as we go through the morning hours. But we're not really going to see any precipitation from it till we get later in the day. That'll be around 5 o'clock or so as we're starting to see some of this rain-snow mix making its way into the western part of the state. And gradually we see that make its way right here into the I-70-170 corridor. And we see some of this mixed precipitation around 7 o'clock this evening. So if you're out this evening, definitely watching out for some slick spots there. But then it's still getting milder at that point, still warming up a little bit. So it's going to change over to all rain and maybe a little mix later on tonight. But it starts moving out here, as you can see, by 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And we'll see by tomorrow morning, skies will be partly cloudy to clear across the area. So it's not going to be a long-lived event. That's good news there. High temp today, 37. It may take us a while into the late afternoon, even evening to get there, but it's going to be about that warm. About 40 degrees as we look at Chillicothe, 40 degrees at Zanesville, 36 at Delaware, 36 at London for the daytime high. And then looking ahead, what we're going to find out is we'll see those temperatures gradually rising during the day today to about 36 degrees in the afternoon and 37 for the daytime high. 25 tomorrow morning, only 29 for the high, but at least we won't have precipitation. It'll just be cloudy and windy in the wake of that front. And as we head into the weekend, it gets colder in the 20s in Saturday and Sunday, only about 19 on Monday, which is not quite as cold as it looked earlier, Matt and Monica, but it's still going to be very cold. 5 degrees early Monday morning, 19 for the daytime high.
Okay. Thank you, Bob.
That is not